Okay, so before we get started, I do want to give a small update on how giveaways are going to be held from now on, and that is removing the chat requirement rule because how I see it, ever since we first introduced it, more people have been leaving. And well, I can't really host a giveaway if there's no people. So, I'm going to be removing that rule. Now, for any of the Discord of our Discord server admins, mods, if you're watching this, if there's a way to make it so that people who are actually decently active in the server, for them to have multiple entries, like maybe if they hit a certain, I guess, message milestone, then they can get an extra entry. But other than that, that's probably the best way to go about it, because at least everyone else can join, even if they join like 10 minutes before the giveaway ends. So yeah, we're going to have it like that from now on because I think it's the most fair rather than having like 1,000 messages, which I feel like might actually happen if we kept it, because for like a 1 or 2 mil giveaway, there was already a 100 message requirement to be able to join. And for a Discord server with 100 people, or used to have 100 people, only like less than 20, I believe, were actually joining. And some of them were our staff because well, I allowed them to be able to join giveaways because well, they are the ones helping managing the server. They're more active than me, so it's only fair for them. So that's going to be how giveaways are going to be held. Other than that, this is going to still stay the same. 45 mil, 3 people, 3 winners when we hit 400 subs. And if we hit 1k subs before next year, 100 mil coin giveaway. Now I know I don't have 100 mil coins right now. A lot of that money is in the auction house because I was flipping. And I haven't claimed it yet. But anyone can join giveaways now. You'll just get, I guess, more entries if you are more active. So that's how it's going to be. Now back to farming. So farming has always been a big part of our Skyblock gameplay ever since we first started, pretty much. Literally one of the first things you would do, or at least a normal person who wants to have a good start, they would make a farm, a pumpkin farm, and that's where all their basic money is going to be coming from. Pumpkins, possibly sugarcane too. Literally, the ideal beginner farming setup is 2 or more layers of pumpkins. Yeah, 2 or more layers, max island size for pumpkins. And then later going to sugarcane, netherwort, pretty much whatever crop you want. So, what makes farming special? It's because of its consistency. And that is because you can sell it to the NPC, sell all your crops to the NPC, and it will never change unless the developers change it themselves. You can even sell in the bazaar if you wanted to, for like maybe a little more money. But I prefer the NPC because, well, you don't have to wait. But farming will always be a good farming farming, a good farming method. Oh man, I really am, I really am cracking today. But farming will always be a really good money making method because of how much you can get from it. Like, I'm going to be basing this off bazaar prices. I'm pretty sure instant sell, trades menu, yeah, sell item from the trades menu. I'm pretty sure it's similar prices, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But enchanted pumpkin, 872 per, and that's really good for like early game, because that's how much money? Let's say you get a stack of enchanted pumpkin. So 64 times, what was it? 872. You're going to be making pretty much 55k from pumpkins per stack. And that's very significant for early game. Now I'm actually not sure. So let me go here, do that. Let me just instant buy. Yeah, it's pretty much what I said. 58k. Oh, it was close. I don't know why the calculator is 55, but well, we got 58. Oh, I was right. This is the amount I got. Well, a little more because the prices went down. But we're gonna grab that for 55k. And how much is the NPC? I guess we have to figure that out myself. NPC price is 40k or 41k. So obviously Bazaar, you'll get more from it. But personally, I still like the NPC more because you don't have to wait. But you get significantly more money if you do wait. I guess that's just me being a little impatient. So sell your crops at the bazaar. So, but farming, it will never be considered bad, even if you have the best gear in the game. You can have Hyperion, maxed out Wither armor. What else? You can have all the maxed out mining tools. You can have pretty much anything maxed out. You can always come back to farming and make a lot of money. In my opinion, this is better than dungeons because of its consistency. Like I'd rather farm knowing that I'm going to get the same amount or similar amounts every time, and it will constantly improve the better tools I get, rather than having dungeons where I can walk out with nothing or walk out with one really good profit. So that's just my own opinion. Obviously, dungeons is also an important part of the game, but I'm just going to say that it's better than farming. But everyone has their own opinions. Wait, did I just say dungeons is better than farming? Oops. I meant to say that farming is better than dungeons. But yeah, people have their own opinions. And well, this one's mine. I prefer consistency over RNG. And well, farming provides consistency, solid money making, and well, I guess more freedom. Because in dungeons, you have to be more dedicated. Because you can't just do like 5 runs a day. And it will eventually get repetitive. Dungeons is for sure repetitive, and possibly one of the reasons why I stopped playing Dungeons, because, well, it was hard for me to find a decent team. It was hard for that decent team to get, like, I don't know, 2 minutes per run. And there's always going to be some guy who just straight up leaves, some guy who straight up throws. And, well, you can only really play dungeons if you have your own set team. And, well, I wasn't willing to do that myself. Plus, dealing with all the RNG drops, not really worth it to me. But even though I am going to be missing out, but okay, I have farming whenever I feel like farming. Now, if you're not farming, or if you haven't touched farming at all, because one of my not one no one of the other server owners in the server, the one who originally made the server, he pretty much never touched farming, and well, he's broke. He didn't have the money to pay for the items he wanted, and even though I told him to just make a farm and farm for the money, he still hasn't made a farm. At least I don't think so. But he found ways to make money from flipping, so it all works out. No complaints. I still find flipping to be one of the best money making methods. But other than that, farming is consistent. You make a good amount of money. And well, it's pretty much guaranteed money instead of relying on RNG drops from the chest and dungeons. So, my opinion, better money making method. And will always be, no matter what state of the game you're in. You can be a complete beginner, you can be mid game, late game, end game. You will eventually farm. Yeah, you will eventually farm, and you can already see how much money you'll make just from even the basic tools. But other than that, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully this motivated more farmers, because from what I see, a lot of people just find farming boring because, well, you're just standing like right here, hugging the corner and walking, holding left click. And well, obviously it's not fun, but you can always have something on the side. If you have two monitors, then have YouTube on the other monitor, or just watch anything. If you have a single monitor, minimize or make the Minecraft window smaller and have YouTube on the side. You can literally make yourself not bored. That's how I used to farm. So there really isn't that much of an excuse not to farm, unless, well, unlike me, you don't have the time. But other than that, I'll end the video here, and hopefully this made people a little more motivated to farm, because you will be making a lot of money.